Welcome, fellow vets. Brian Reese here, the VA Claims Insider, coming at you live from Austin, Texas. And today I'm revealing and explaining the top 10 most common VA disability claims. Okay. And I'm also going to explain the rating criteria for each condition. Okay. Again, Brian Reese here, founder of VA Claims Insider. I'm a United States Air Force veteran. I served from 2003 to 2012. And fellow vets, we've got a ton of awesome free resources for you. If you're stuck, if you're frustrated, if you're underrated, please check us out right now at vaclaimsinsider.com. Okay, let's jump into this thing. Here we go. Quick disclaimer, gang. I'm not accredited. I have nothing to do with the VA. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. Okay, and we make no guarantee of results by using this video. Our website and your individual results may vary. Okay, this is the most recent published chart of the top 10 VA disability claims. This is published right on the VA's website. Okay, this is the most recent stats that they've reported to Congress. Now, you can see here the top 10 VA disability claims listed in order. They talk about it as the most prevalent service-connected disabilities among all compensation recipients. Now, the one thing I found shocking is there's about 18 million veterans alive right now. And according to the VA's stats, a pathetic 5.2 million receive any VA disability benefits at all. Gang, that makes me really, really angry. That makes my blood boil. That means that 12.7 million veterans have no rating at all. Okay, now here's another shocking stat. Of the 5.2 million that receive any VA disability compensation, 82% are rated below 100%. Okay, about 18-ish percent of veterans have 100% VA rating. Okay, but these are the most common service-connected conditions. Tinnitus, the ringing in the ear is number one. Limitation of flexion of the knee, that can also mean knee pain, is number two. Hearing loss, number three. PTSD, that's a mental health condition, number four. Lumbosacral or cervical strain, that's neck pain. Okay. Paralysis of the sciatic nerve, that's also called sciatica, very similar to radiculopathy. Number seven is scars. Number eight, limitation of the motion of the ankle, that's also ankle pain. Number nine, limitation of motion of the arm, also arm pain. And then migraine headaches coming in at number 10. Okay, now real quick, are you even eligible for VA disability benefits? I created this circle not too long ago. I call it the VA Claims Insider Golden Circle. I want you to follow this when you're thinking about your VA disability benefits and the claim that you're going to file to the VA. Okay, number one, starting at the top there at the 12 o'clock position, you must have a medical diagnosis of a disability in a medical record. Okay, if you don't have a diagnosis yet, but you think you have the condition, get your butt to the doctor and get it diagnosed. If you file a claim without a diagnosis, I can virtually guarantee you're going to get denied. Okay, so after you got that diagnosis, then it goes on to number two and number three. Okay, number two is evidence of an in-service event, injury, disease, or aggravation. Okay, let's just call it an in-service event or injury. And then number three, you got to have the nexus, which is that link or connection between number one and two, your diagnosis and the in-service incident, via competent medical evidence. Now, if you've been out of the military for more than a year, the best way you can do this is by getting something called a Nexus Letter, also called an independent medical opinion from a private provider. Okay, you can prove that nexus independently. And then last but not least, if you have a diagnosis, if you can prove a nexus for service connection, what determines your final VA rating is what we call severity of symptoms, okay, in terms of frequency, severity, and duration. Now, frequency means how often, okay? Severity means how bad, and duration means how long, okay? And again, you need medical evidence to prove your severity of symptoms. If you're trying to increase a rating that's already service connected, you need to show the VA through medical evidence that your symptoms have worsened. Okay. And that would make you eligible for the higher criteria by law. Now, real quick, I'm going to give this away to start before we jump in. My book, I'm giving the ebook version to you right here, right now for free. Okay. We've sold about 20,000 copies. I've given away more than 75,000 copies of this book via PDF. Very, very proud to announce that it was a #1 Amazon bestseller for a while. And gang, this is amazing. Okay. Some vets are calling it the Veteran Benefits Bible. I go through federal benefits for veterans. I go through state benefits for veterans. I talk about for-profit and military veteran discounts. I talk about the best nonprofit organizations. There's a whole bonus section. I think you're absolutely going to love it. Okay. So all you got to do is follow those 3 steps on the screen. Get out your mobile device. Okay. And you're going to send a text message. The text message is going to say Insider Life, all caps. And the number you're going to send that to is 678-506-7543. Again, you're going to text Insider Life, all caps, to 678-506-7543. You're going to get a message from me. It says, "Hey, Brian, reply to my message to you with your best email address." Okay, I'm not going to spam you. Don't worry. And then within about 5 minutes, this ebook is going to be in your inbox, free of charge. No BS. There's no catch to this. It's my gift to you. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice to our country. All right, let's jump into the top 10 in detail. Number 1, tinnitus, also called ringing in the ear syndrome, is the #1 most common VA disability claim. Now, tinnitus happens when you experience a ringing, a hissing, a buzzing, or other noises in one or both ears. Here's the thing to know about tinnitus, okay? The actual ringing is not caused by anything external, okay? Nobody can hear this sound except you, and that's what's called subjective tinnitus. And I'll give you an example, okay? My wife and I are sitting on the couch last night watching a show, and my left ear just started ringing. It started going. It's kind of like a buzzing sound, okay? And I turned to her and I said, "Do you hear that noise? Do you hear that ringing, the buzzing?" And she's like, "No, I don't hear it." Okay. Because there was no noise. There was nothing external to hear. It's only something I could hear. That's what's called subjective tinnitus. Okay. Now, there's only one VA rating for tinnitus. Okay. It's either 10% or it's nothing at all. There's no higher or lower. A pro tip here, gang, is there is no test for tinnitus. Now, if you file a claim for it, the VA is going to send you to a hearing exam. It's called an audiogram. Now, they're testing for hearing loss, okay? There is no test for tinnitus. You either have it or you don't, okay? But tinnitus is the #1 most common VA disability claim. Number 2, limitation flexion of the knee, also called knee pain, is the #2 most common VA disability claim, okay? Now, this affects veterans of all ages. Knee pain can be the result of an injury, perhaps a ruptured ligament or torn cartilage. The VA rates knee conditions under CFR Title 38, Part 4, the Schedule for Rating Disabilities, Diagnostic Code 5257, knee impairment. Okay. Now, limitation of flexion of the knee can be rated from 0% to 30%, and there's breaks at 10% and 20%. Okay. Pro tip for you here: anytime you have something called painful motion, okay, now this is actually called the painful motion principle under VA regulation. If you have any pain upon the flexion or the extension of your knee, the VA is required to award the minimum compensable rating, okay, which would be 10%. So guess what, gang? At your C&P exam, if you have any pain upon movement, make the doctor stop, #1, and #2, tell him or her about the painful motion, okay? #3, hearing loss is the #3 top claim. Now, gang, listen, hearing loss is one of the most difficult claims to actually get service connected. And part of the reason is the rating criteria is so severe to actually get a rating. The second reason is because a lot of veterans weren't diagnosed with hearing loss on active duty. Hearing loss a lot of times isn't diagnosed until later in life. And guess what? One of the causes of hearing loss is aging. Okay, as you get older, your hearing goes. So bottom line, though, is if you've been out of the military for more than 12 months, okay, it's very difficult to get service connected, number one. If you get it service connected, it's very difficult to get it rated above 0%. However, a medical nexus letter will help improve your odds. Hearing loss actually can be rated all the way up to 100%. If you're completely deaf in both ears, that's very, very rare. I rarely see it. Most vets who are service connected are either rated at 0, 10, or 20%. Okay, so hearing loss is number 3. Pro tip, Nexus letters. Okay, when I showed you the VA Claims Insider Golden Circle, the connection between 2 and 3 can be done from a private healthcare provider, and you can get something called a Nexus letter. Okay, no, this is not required. This is up to you. If you want expert help, you can join our premier education-based coaching and consulting program. It's called VA Claims Insider Elite. You can start free. If we don't win, you don't pay, period. Okay. And you can get access to high quality Nexus letters from private providers at reduced rates. Okay. If you're sick of paying $1,500 or $2,000 for a Nexus letter, you can get them for way less money if you're a VA Claims Insider Elite member. Okay. You can start free right now at vaclaimsinsider.com. Number 4, most common VA disability claim, PTSD. Okay, PTSD is a mental health condition that's triggered by experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. The VA calls that terrifying event a stressor event. Okay, common symptoms of PTSD are things like flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, depression, or uncontrollable thoughts about the event. There's a whole bunch more symptoms as well. Okay, the VA rates PTSD under diagnostic code 9411. Okay, it's the general rating formula for mental health disorders, DC 9411 PTSD. VA ratings for all mental health conditions, not just PTSD, range from 0 to 100%. Okay, the average VA disability rating for PTSD is 70%. The average VA disability rating for all mental health conditions is 70%. Okay, so we call PTSD and mental health conditions high value claims because they have a very high likelihood of being rated at 30% or higher on their own. Now, pro tip for PTSD claims. PTSD is the only mental health condition that must and always has what's called a stressor. Okay. Now, if you're wondering if your stressor event is good enough, here's the litmus test. Did you fear for your life? Okay. Did you or did you not fear for your life? If you feared for your life, the stressor is good enough to get service connected for post-traumatic stress disorder. Why get a private psych eval? Okay, we just talked about PTSD. I think all veterans should get an independent mental health evaluation. Okay, does that mean I think all veterans have a rateable mental health condition? No, it doesn't. Okay. But I do believe that all veterans are suffering from symptoms of mental health conditions, whether they're diagnosed or not. Okay. The reason we talk about mental health claims so often at VA Claims Insider Gang is I believe mental health is the biggest crisis situation facing our military members and our veterans today. I believe mental health in the military and veteran community is the reason why suicides have spiked. Okay. I'm absolutely passionate about this, gang. And I'm passionate about this because I want you to get help and change your life. Okay. And the first step to doing that is looking in the mirror and admitting you've got a problem and then taking action. Okay. And so I'm giving you permission to do that. Okay. Now, getting a mental health evaluation, in addition to helping you celebrate life change and getting better and getting real, raw, and vulnerable about your mental health, okay, is if you do this, you can also, it'll help you prove service connection for mental health, and it'll help prove the severity of your symptoms through documentation to get the rating you deserve. Okay. Again, you can access our network of private providers in all 50 states. Okay. And you get access to this network today when you join VA Claims Insider Elite. You become a member. Okay. You're going to hear from me and a VA claim expert coach in minutes. Okay. Now, again, our terms are very simple here, gang. We are a private company. We are a for-profit company. We're very open and honest about that. I'm very proud of that, okay? Because we can offer you an unbelievable level of service that nobody else, in our opinion, can offer you, okay? You are going to hear from us within minutes. Within minutes, okay? If you sign up today, you are going to get a message from me in minutes. You are going to hear from the coach assigned to you within minutes. Okay. You can start for free right now. Complete our intake at vaclaimsinsider.com. Again, start free at vaclaimsinsider.com. I'm excited to welcome you into the program and to chat with you and to get to know you a little bit better. Number 5, lumbosacral or cervical strain. Okay. This is neck pain. Okay. Very, very common to have neck pain as a fellow veteran. The VA rates neck pain under diagnostic code 5237. Neck pain generally ranges from 10 to 50%, okay, although it does go all the way up to 100%. But that means your entire spine is frozen in an unfavorable position. Okay, I've never seen somebody rated 100% for neck pain, although it is possible. Very common to see vets rated at 10, 20, 30%. Okay, remember that painful motion principle. If you have any pain upon movement of your neck, the VA is required to award the minimum rating of 10%. The number 6 most common VA claim, sciatica, paralysis of the sciatic nerve. Okay, this refers to pain that radiates along the sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body. Okay. Sciatica is most commonly occurs from herniated discs, bone spurs on the spine, or narrowing of the spine, which is called spinal stenosis. Okay. The VA rates sciatica under diagnostic code 8520, paralysis of the sciatic nerve, which is rated between 10 and 80%, with breaks at 20, 40, and 60. And you can see the ratings there, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80. Now, a pro tip here, gang, when you go in for your C&P exam, okay, which is what the VA is going to schedule you for after you've filed your claim, the C&P examiner is required to use something called a goniometer, okay, which measures range of motion. You remember those little protractors from school when you used them in math a little bit? That's kind of what a goniometer is, okay? Make sure the C&P examiner uses one to document your limitation of range of motion so that they have the proper degree angle, okay? If you have any pain, make the provider stop and tell him or her what's going on, okay? That's your pro tip for sciatic nerve. Number 7, scars, okay? Scars are the number 7 most common VA disability claim. They come in all shapes and sizes, okay? I'm going to show you one that's pretty nasty, okay? And you're going to laugh at me. I'm an Air Force vet, okay? Give it up for the Air Force vet. My fingernails are painted Air Force blue and Air Force silver. I let my 8-year-old do this. Now, she asked before Thanksgiving, okay? It's what we do as parents. But I want you to see, in addition to my awesome fingernails, I want you to see my right index finger, okay? It looks like a snake ate a frog and it's trying to digest it. Okay, that's an injury from when I was a cadet, had multiple surgeries. There's some pretty nasty scars on there that you can see. Okay, this is rated at 10%. It's 10% for scars and 10% for painful motion, which is ankylosis. Okay. So be aware of your scars. Now, the best thing I think you can do for scars, you've probably heard that phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Take pictures of your scars and upload them in support of your claim. Okay, guess what I did for my finger? I took multiple pictures of it at different angles when I was not wearing nail polish. Okay, and I uploaded those so that the VA rater could actually see the scar. Okay, upload pictures. Pictures worth 1,000 words. Number 8, limitation of range of motion of the ankle. Okay, this is ankle pain is the number 8 most common claim. Very, very common injury and disability among U.S. military veterans. The highest rating you can get for ankle pain is 20%. Usually what I see are vets rated at 10% here for that painful motion. Okay. Number 9, limitation of motion of the arm. It's the most common, number 9 most common VA claim. Frozen shoulder here of the arm is a condition characterized by stiffness and pain in the shoulder joint. It's rated under diagnostic code 5201, limitation of range of motion of the arm, with ratings between 0 and 40%. And you can see some of the angles there that you need to get certain ratings. Don't forget about the painful motion principle. That'll get you 10%. Last but not least today, migraine headaches. Okay, now migraines are only one type of 150 different types of headaches. Okay, any type of headache can be rated under the VA disability compensation system. Okay, so even though migraines is really the only one listed, you can be rated for any kind of headache, things like tension headaches, sinus headaches, post-traumatic headaches, etc., etc. Okay. VA ratings for headaches range between 0 and 50%, with breaks at 10 and 30. The maximum rating you can get for headaches is 50%. Most commonly, I see vets rated between 10 and 30 here for migraines. Sometimes if you're very, very severe, you can get 50%. Now, a pro tip, perhaps the most single important word that can make or break your rating for migraines is something called prostrating. Okay. What the crap is prostrating? Prostrating essentially means you have to lay down. Okay. Your headaches are so bad, you have to lay down. Okay. Now, dictionary.com says it's to lay oneself flat on the ground downward, especially in reverence or submission. Prostrating is further defined as weakness, fatigue, distress, exhaustion, or illness. Okay. To reduce someone to extreme physical weakness. Here's what I think about. Okay. When you get a headache, if it's so severe that you have to go lay down in a dark room, okay, you got pretty severe prostrating headaches. Okay. Make sure you tell your doctor that and make sure this gets documented. Okay. Another pro tip, you can document the frequency, severity, and your duration of your headaches with a free app called Migraine Buddy. Okay. Migraine Buddy can then produce out an actual PDF printout of your migraines, frequency, severity, duration, and you can upload those in support of your claim. Okay, again, if you need expert help, okay, if you believe you deserve a higher VA rating, if you are stuck, if you're frustrated, if you're underrated, if you're sick and tired of being tired, okay, if you're sick and tired of being denied, if you're tired of getting punched in the face by the VA, if you don't think you have anywhere to turn, if you've exhausted your free resources, we got your 6. Okay. We've helped over 20,000 veterans since 2016, gang. Average VA rating increase when you join our program is over 30%. Okay. And again, like I said, you can start free. If we don't win, you don't pay. That's our terms. It's very simple. We have complete skin in the game here to help you get everything you legally, morally, ethically, and medically deserve. Okay. We're a bunch of vets who care a crap ton about you. And I want to help you celebrate life change. Okay. And this is that step to making it. Okay. You can start for free at VA Claims Insider.com. You've got literally nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay. VA Claims Insider.com. Complete our intake. You're going to hear from me and your expert coach in minutes. Okay. If somebody can match that, I want to know. If anybody out there responds to you within minutes of joining their program, I would like to know about it. Okay. Okay. Again, deserve a higher VA rating. We can help. We're for veterans. We're by veterans. There's over 2,000 5-star reviews. You can go take a look at our reviews and ratings before you sign up. We've got an average rating of 4.7, and we're BBB accredited. Okay, very proud of that. Again, fellow vets, thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. God bless you and your family. Brian Reese here, out from Austin, Texas, and I will talk to you real soon.